Hey guys, Pharaoh here. Today's card is, as someone requested in the member pick video, Mecha Timmy. And guys, I can tell you right off the bat the following. Mecha Timmy is the best legendary right now. No competition. No competition at all. Not even Medusa Baby comes close. He's the single one legendary that is played by every sci-fi player in the legendary PvP ranking. And he's the only legendary people play in the legendary ranking. And not only there, of course, if you can play him in the legendary ranking, even on level 1 or 2, damn is it a good card in the lower tiers. Not the lower tiers, but the lower ranks. And I believe he is very troublesome to play against for you guys. Well, to showcase him, I will of course play some PvE because I don't have any sci-fi cards leveled up, and with my current PvP ranking of 150, I would just get owned playing a not fully upgraded deck. So I decided to build like a funny deck. I put in some legendaries to make you guys jealous, and yeah, put some charge powers for Mr. Hanky in there, because Mecha Timmy is a charge power as well. But now, since you guys, well, how to play him is pretty obvious. Just play him behind your new kit and charge up the power. His ability is completely map wide. So even if the enemy spawns some tank behind his new kit, you can immediately use your ability so that his attack actually attacks the enemy new kit, which is pretty damn OP, I believe. But, well, what are the counters? This is like probably the most important question. The counters are, first of all, as a Mystic player, Power Bind. Like, Power Bind only costs 1 mana and it completely disables his ability. So what's left is, well, a kind of strong body for the, well, for 3 mana, because you used 1, he used 4 for playing Mecha Timmy. So I believe Mecha Timmy without his power is worth less than 3 mana, which means the conclusion is that you made a good trade using Power Bind on him. The next counter is, or the best faction to counter him is Adventure. Adventure is a really great faction to counter Mecha Timmy, because you first of all have the best epic in the game, Hook and Glide. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? You have the best epic, Hook and Glide, which will kill him probably immediately. And then you have Thunderbolt and Fireball. Important notice, however, if the enemy Timmy is level 2, your Fireball will only kill him if your Fireball is level 4. So don't use a level 3 Fireball on a level 2 Mecha Timmy. That is very important. The Thunderbolt, or how is it even called, probably kills him all the time. So there is no problem at all. Now the only problem you might have is when you are playing sci-fi and fantasy. You have no Power Bind and you don't have the Fireball, Hook and Glide, and what am I missing? Thunderbolt. Well, in this case, there's always the Glides. Like Alien Glide, like Mecha Timmy is probably played as the first enemy, so keep your Alien Glide ready and immediately target him. He alone is probably able to kill him, if the enemy doesn't use Purify, but I highly doubt it. That a Sci-Fi Mystic is a rather rare combination right now. The next option for you are all the other Glides. The Fantasy Glide is very good as well. And of course the Mystic Glide, also the Fantasy Glide, by the way, would one-shot Mecha Timmy. Pretty sure about that. The Mystic Glide won't one-shot him, but he will disable his power as well. Now, if all of this doesn't work against him, and, well, you're in for a bad time. But we also have the Red Swarm. So if he's about to use his ability, then immediately place the Red Swarm. So he will only take over one red, and yeah, probably this red will kill another red, but it's the best you could get out of this trade. Same obviously works for pigeons and the underpants gnomes, obviously. Now, how do you use him? Well, you use him pretty much, like if you have him, you use him pretty much like every other Timmy. You just place him behind your new kit. So your ability will charge up and can be immediately used into in the next clash. That's always pretty good. So any specific deck? No, you can just place him in every freaking deck out there. As long as you play sci-fi, use your Mecha Timmy. Awesome, awesome card. Oh my god, those gizmo eggs. First time actually using them. This is pretty crazy. Oh my god, all those blobs. Let's see if he will use his ability once against me. Or if I kill him too fast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I can only have 8 or 10, I believe. That's too bad. Okay, there it is. I believe in the future they will definitely make Mecha Timmy's ability, his charge will last longer. That would be my suggestion for a nerf. I mean, let's say times 1.5 to times 1.7, maybe even times 2, would still make him a viable card. Because he has really solid stats for a ranged unit. Well, and his ability is obviously a pain in the ass. Now let me check if I missed something. I wrote some stuff down. No, that's about it. So, long story short, in the current meta, if you're Mystic, use Powerbind. If you're not Mystic, use Thunderbolt. If you're Adventure, use Thunderbolt. And if you play Sci-Fi Fantasy, own him with Poison, Alien Clyde, Alien Queen Red, or use Fantasy, or use some of the Clydes, of course. That's always enough. Well, I hope this was some viable information for you. If you have more questions surrounding Sci-Fi Timmy, please leave it in the comments below and I will answer you. Like if you watched my previous videos, you will see that I almost answer every question, or I try to. And you may also leave some suggestions in the comments below which cards you're most interested in, on how to play him or how to counter him. In the last video I've got the request for Witch Doctor Token, Grand Wizard Cardman and Medusa Baby. So probably the next one will be Grand Wizard Cardman, because I do not own the other two Mystic legendaries. Well, that's going to be it for the video. I see you guys tomorrow or today in the comments below.